In this video, we're going to talk about the main concerns new agents have about joining eXp Realty. We're going to talk about why some of those concerns are valid. And then I'm also going to touch on maybe another way you can think about those as you're kind of deciding whether eXp Realty is going to be a good place for you as an agent or not. If you just happen to stumble on this video, make sure you click in the description. I have a whole playlist of eXp Realty related videos where I talk through common questions and common concerns. I also have a link if you want to ask me specific questions about eXp Realty or you're thinking about joining. I do a lot of things for my group specifically where we do weekly trainings and access to my library of exclusive content. So make sure you click in the description and you can find all of that stuff. So what are the main concerns new agents have about eXp? If you're watching this video, maybe you're doing some of this research right now. There are really two concerns that continue to come up. The first one is lack of office space. That really, and I touched on this in another video, is the genius of eXp, is they haven't invested in traditional office locations. If you were to go to another brokerage, you might see they have a handful of offices and you can go to that office and you can connect with the team leader and you can connect with other agents. eXp does not have that. And so for new agents, that I think can be tough for them. And that makes a lot of sense. When we think about being a real estate agent, we think about getting in the real estate business, we want a space where we can go and we can interact with other agents and we can take classes and kind of feel like we're in the mix. And so that makes a lot of sense. The one thing I would encourage you to understand with office space and what I've seen so often, specifically with new agents, is they join another company because they have an office location and they discover one of a couple different things. One, they discover they don't actually go into the office that much. They're out and they're lead generating, or they're working with clients, or they meet people at a coffee shop, or guess what? Sometimes it's just easier to work from home. The second thing a lot of agents discover when it comes to their local real estate brokerage and their office is not a lot of stuff goes on there depending on the brokerage you join. When I first got into real estate at the office location I was at a different brokerage, we had 400 agents. 30 of them showed up to the office every single day. So that was less than 10%. So less than 10% actually went into the office every single day. And a lot of those people were team leaders. They were in their office. So when you walked around, you maybe bumped into a person or two, but most people were in their closed off offices. Now, that office location and that brokerage did have kind of monthly brokerage meetings, which were great, and you could connect with people. And they had the occasional class once a week or twice a week, but that was about it, right? The office itself didn't add anything that special. So if you're concerned about office space, I would make sure if you're interviewing other brokerages that you really just kind of understand, okay, what does this office space actually get me? How many classes are there? What kind of resources are available to me? Now, if you're saying, Jeff, I don't want to work from home. My family's there. Maybe I have roommates, or I just want to get out of the house. That I understand 1000%. And this is where I think eXp Realty has been really, really smart. Yes, they don't invest in their own office space. You won't see an eXp Realty sign most likely in your location. But what they have done is they have partnered with a company called Regus. Regus does co-working spaces and office spaces. And what eXp Realty has done is they've partnered with Regus so that every single agent can go and get a Regus card for free. And you can go to regus.com and you can see all the locations that they have, but you can use the business lounge of any single Regus worldwide. And so what that does is if you just need a spot to use Wi-Fi, if you want to grab a cup of coffee, if you just want to get out of the house, you can go to any of these Regus locations for free and use their business center. If you want your own private office or you want to rent a conference room, you can rent those at a discount as well. And so these Regus office locations are fantastic. I'm in the Scottsdale, Arizona area, and just within a 5 to 8 minute drive of me, there are a handful, 5 locations that I can go and actually visit and pop into. And it's really easy with my Regus card just to check in. They give me the Wi-Fi password and I'm good to go. I grab a cup of coffee and I can go and get out of the house. So if your number one concern is just finding a space to work that's quiet, that has Wi-Fi, that's not a coffee shop, we have that. eXp Realty has that. It's just not going to have an eXp Realty logo on there. So if you're thinking about eXp Realty and comparing it to other brokerages, make sure you really take a step back and understand, what are those other brokerages really providing? Is it training? Is it support? How much of that is actually available? How many people actually go into the office? If you just need a space outside of your home, eXp Realty has that. Not to mention the training and the collaboration comes in tenfold when you plug into our online systems, because you're not just connected to your local office, but you're connected to 70,000 plus agents worldwide. The second concern most agents have is that they don't feel like with eXp Realty being an online company, they're going to get enough face-to-face contact with other agents. And so the one thing I would say is, again, this is a valid concern. When you get into the industry, specifically as a new agent, you want training and you want mentorship and you want to feel like, again, you're a part of something. One thing I love about eXp is every new agent that joins the company is required to have a mentor. And this mentor helps you with your first 3 deals. So they show you how to use a lockbox. They talk you through the contract. They're available to help you if you need something. And depending on what mentor you get connected with, that mentor will help you and walk you through those first 3 deals. So if you're looking for just support, eXp Realty has it in droves, not only through their online education and their classes and the support you'll receive from your sponsor that brings you on to eXp and your brokerage team, but you'll also get it from a mentor in your first 3 deals. So hopefully that kind of sums up and addresses the questions you might have or the concerns you might have about lack of office space and lack of hands-on help. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, I would encourage you to click in the description. I've got a whole playlist on common questions and concerns for eXp Realty. I would encourage you to watch some of those other videos. And if you're interested in learning more about my team at eXp Realty, where I personally help and mentor and train the agents that join me at eXp, you can click in the description as well. Happy to have a one-on-one conversation with you about what it looks like to join eXp and what I do for my agents. So if there's anything I can help out with, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll catch you on the next video.